there a more concerted effort by you guys going into this one to be more aggressive right from the start?
Jeff, I would disagree that we came out tentative. I think the game up in Vancouver manifested itself in a tentative kind of chess match, but our intent was always to go and try and score goals. Now, the set piece that we scored early certainly helped. Some of our attacking movements, when Jovan Jones coming down, the wing, some of those things that we worked on, yes, they manifested themselves into goals tonight. So obviously, it looks like, or it feels like that in the first half we were playing with a little bit more attacking punch, but that's the goal from the outset. Home or away, we feel that we have a good enough team to score on our opponents.
Coach Francisco from Televisa Deportes. Two quick questions, sir. First, were you surprised that this game was not refereed by FIFA certified referees rather than just U.S. soccer referees? And secondly, were you the conditions of the field made it to you guys a little more difficult to play the type of game that you're accustomed to play over at your stadium?
Number one, whether it's FIFA or U.S. Soccer, whoever, we don't talk about referees that's out of our control. I thought the referee did a fine job. As far as the field is concerned, I know that the people here in Houston did a very good job trying to get that field playable, and I felt it was playable. I didn't think that the field was poor. So they did an excellent job in getting it ready for the match.
Corey Repkin, Houston Chronicle. No team has come in here and done this to the Dynamo this season. Maybe you don't think it's a statement, but what does it say about your team's performance to do this?
Well, again, we put a lot of work into our set pieces. That attacking movement with Jovan Jones getting in behind for the penalty and the red card. Those are things that we work on. It's part of who we are. I wouldn't call it a statement against Houston or any other team that we play. I think that's just who we are. And we tried to dictate tempo, throughout our strengths. And again, it just, manifested itself in a good way for us.
Coach Bogdan Passat, what's the score? What was your approach for coming in tonight in this particular game? I understand you always play to win, but what was the actual tactical approach? And now that you're going home with a two-goal lead, how does that change for the game in Seattle?
The actual tactical approach is the same thing that I've said. So we have Will Bruin trying to keep the team as high as he can, Dempsey and Ladero playing in between the lines, getting our outside backs forward. I know Jovan Jones, who's usually an outside back, played up a line today, but you saw his quality. Our set pieces we're dangerous on our set pieces because we have guys that are good in the air. That is who we are. The tactics against Houston. I mean, we know they're a good team. We scouted them on film. We knew it was going to be hard, but we play to our strengths and try and dictate tempo to other teams. So as far as coming back to Seattle up 2-0, we will approach the game the same way. That team is too dangerous to sit back and let them dictate tempo on our home field. That would be a mistake.
John Arnold from Goal. You've sort of mentioned it a couple times and alluded to it a bit in your last answer, but you had a lot of success coming down the left side, attacking Houston's right side tonight. You mentioned that was something that maybe you saw in film and that you guys generally try and do anyway, but Jovan Jones playing up, I guess just attacking that side in general, it seems like that was something you saw earlier. Was that something that you were sort of looking to do tonight, and what did you see specifically maybe?
I'll open that up a little bit because I like the pair of Nuhu and Jovan Jones. I think both of them are pretty dynamic, although in different ways. Nuhu's all raw power and speed, and Jovan has a little bit more subtlety to his game. I think what you find is when Dempsey plays in between the lines and Nico goes over there and you have overloads on that side of the field, it creates problems for opposition defenses. It wasn't necessarily, again, a tactic that we said, okay, we're going to only attack down the left, because on the right side of our field we have a pretty good right back as well. So, again, keeping possession. Maybe to your point, we wanted to make sure we established good possession, and we wanted to make sure our attack was going through the wing channels without forgetting about, you know, Nico and Dempsey in between the lines.
Matt from Seattle. It is only halftime. What was the message after this match, up 2 goals headed home?
We're obviously pleased with the result, but we could have played better in the second half. And my message to the group, is we understood that we could have played better, and we could have put that game away at 3-0, and then it would have made it more challenging for Houston to try and come back with a 3-goal deficit. So the messaging after the game was, you cannot fall asleep for any moment in time. This league, the Houston team, Wilmer does a great job. It's not over yet. And so what we have to understand is that we could have played a little bit better, a little smarter, gotten that 3rd goal. We would have had a little bit more ability to improvise tactics.
I'm not sure if this was asked, but can you talk about Tyler Miller's performance coming in for Stephen Fry?
Great. We have a mantra in this club: next man steps forward. And he did exactly that tonight. He made the saves that he had to. I thought he had good command of his box. He got a couple crosses early, so I thought he was very, very strong.
Steve Hable from the Sports Exchange, Coach. Did you feel like the long break, maybe hurt Houston a little bit? There didn't seem like they were very sharp in the opening minutes, and y'all kind of took advantage of that.
I'd probably have to answer that question. I'd probably have to watch the tape, because I was kind of focused on my team in those first 15, 20 minutes, because we knew that could have, you know, changed the game. If they were on top of us in the first 15 minutes versus us dictating tempo to them, I thought that was critical for our success tonight.
Coach, from MLS Soccer, Jesus, the work that Gustav has done, not just in this game, but this season, what can you say about him?
Well, he was a big part of that game in Italy and pushed his team into the World Cup, and he's done a tremendous job for us all season long. You can tell he has a veteran presence. He's a very strong physical player, but he also has a good touch. His passing is very good, so we are really, really pleased, Jesus, to find him in the off season, and we're very, very happy that he's here.
What do you think about, you know, Bruin coming back, scoring here, place where he used to play, and about his, you know, play this season overall, kind of a comeback season for him?
Okay, I like that. We could have 2 comeback players of the year. How about that? Will's goal was a really well-crafted goal. The ball that Jovan put in, and Will's header was a very, very good header. I mean, that was a very good piece of technical soccer skill. So, you know, it's just testament to Will. He, again, has been a real good pickup for our club.